Hello everyone, this is Zeka from realestateguider.com and I'm here to guide you to a safe and secure property. In this show, I'm going to be talking about everything real estate so that when you want to make that real estate investment, you will take the right decision. So that is what this show is all about, okay? So today I'm going to talk about due diligence in real estate. Yes, due diligence in real estate. Doing your research before buying any property is essentially what due diligence is all about. Before you buy any immovable property, you must first of all do your due diligence. You must first of all do your homework, do your research to be sure that the person selling the property to you is the rightful owner of that property, and also to check if he has the right to sell that property to you. So this is very, very important. The importance of due diligence cannot be overemphasized. It is very, very important. You have to investigate the property that you want to buy. Thorough investigation. Do your homework. Do your research. This is important. It's shocking how some people, just buy a property without doing their research. Nothing. They just buy because maybe a church member told them to buy, or because a neighbor told them to buy. They just pay without doing anything. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. You can lose your hard-earned money. Even if it's 500,000 naira that you paid for the property, that is your money. You worked hard for it, and you wouldn't want to, just throw away that money for nothing. That is where due diligence comes in. It helps you to be sure of what you're paying for. Okay, so please make sure you do your due diligence. I do not market any property that I don't investigate. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. I don't want any problem. I don't want any, any unnecessary court litigation that could have been avoided if I had done my due diligence. I'm a lawyer, and I don't joke with due diligence. I always make sure that my clients get safe and secure properties, and I always recommend that if you want to buy any property, you should do your due diligence. Very, very important, please. Now the question is, how do you do your due diligence? How do you do your due diligence? First of all, you have to interview the seller. Someone is selling a property. You meet the seller one-on-one, and you find out details about the land. What's the title covering the land? What's the topography of the land? What's the land size? Where is it located? All the details about the land. You ask the seller. If you're not dealing directly with the seller, you ask the agent. If it's an agent that is marketing the property to you, you have to find out the details about the land from the agent. So that is the first step to take when you want to do your due diligence. So once you've gotten all the details you need about the land, the next step is to ask for the photocopy of the title documents covering the property. This is very important. You need the photocopy of the survey plan. You need the photocopy of the deed of assignment. If the land has C of O, you need the photocopy. If it's a deed of gift, you need the photocopy of the document. So you need the photocopy of all these important title documents, because you use them to do a search, okay, which is the next step. If the seller refuses to give you the photocopy of the title documents, or he comes up with an excuse or excuses, please do not invest in such a property. You have to run. It's a red flag warning sign that something is wrong with the property. So do not even bother again. Just walk away, okay? But if the seller goes ahead to give you the photocopy of the title document. That is good. So the next step is to go to land registry. Now, when you're doing your due diligence, you need two professionals. You need the services of a real estate lawyer, and you need also the services of a qualified surveyor. Okay, what the real estate lawyer will do for you is that he or she will go to land registry with the documents that you gave him, with the documents you got from the seller. Okay, the title document. He will go to the land registry and he will, do a search. But if you don't want to use a real estate lawyer, you can also do it yourself if you know how to do it. You just go to the land registry, you pay the necessary fees, and you do your search. Okay, so you either use a real estate lawyer, but I always recommend using a real estate lawyer because a real estate lawyer will help you to do a thorough search and give you a detailed report about the property. But if you feel you can do it or you know how to do it, fine, you can do it yourself. But make sure you go to the land registry to do your search. Okay, this is very, very important. So a typical land search will reveal a lot of things to you. You'll find out a whole lot of things when you conduct a search at the land registry. First of all, you'll find out who the real owner or owners of the property are. It will just show you everything. Okay, you will know if the person claiming ownership of the land is actually the true owner of the land. That is the first thing you'll find out. Okay, another thing you'll find out is if the description of the property matches what the seller told you. Remember, you interviewed the seller or the person marketing the property to you. You interviewed the person, you asked questions about the property. Now, when you do your search, you will find out if what they said, matches the description of the property you saw at the land registry. Okay. Then again, another very important thing that is going to reveal to you is the state of the land. If the land is in dispute, there are lots of lands in dispute, and fraudulent sellers will still go ahead to sell the land. It will also reveal to you the status of the land, if the land is under government acquisition or not, which is very, very important. If you buy any property that is under government acquisition, you are just throwing your money away because that property will be taken away from you. When government decides to use that land, they are going to come for it. So it's better not to even waste your time investing in any property that is under government acquisition. So once you do your search, you'll find out if the land is under government acquisition. Okay, and also you'll find out if there's any legal restriction or customary restriction on the land. This is what a search will reveal to you. It will also reveal to you if there's any easement on the land. So this is very, very important. You need to do your search at the land registry. Do not undermine the importance of this search. Another important due diligence step is to physically inspect the property that you want to buy. This is very, very important. You have to visit the property and check it out yourself. You look at the location of the land. Is it in a good location? You check the topography of the land. You check the accessibility to the road. You check if the property fits the description that the seller gives to you. So these are very, very important things to look out for before you part with your money. A lot of people make the mistake of not going to physically inspect the property and they pay for it, and at the end of the day they find out that it's not what they were actually looking for. So, and by then it's already too late. So, finally, another very important real estate due diligence step to take is what we call on-site survey. On-site survey. Remember earlier in the video I told you that you need two professionals. You need a real estate lawyer and you need a registered surveyor. Now this is where the registered surveyor comes in. He will take the coordinates of the land, to do a search, to run a search on it. He will find out if the land actually is the land that you want to buy. Okay, now let me tell you why this is very important. Most fraudulent real estate companies, what they do is that they will give you the survey plan of another estate, of another land that is completely free from government acquisition and has a very fantastic title, just a genuine land. Okay, they will give you the survey plan, and when you do your search at land registry, of course you'll find out that the land is completely free from all encumbrances and has a good title, and you pay for the land not knowing that what you're paying for is a different property, not the one that you intend to buy. Okay, so that is what they use to deceive a lot of investors. But if you're a smart investor, what you should do is to get a surveyor to visit the land, come to the land, and take the coordinates of the land and do a search. This is very, very important. The search will find out if it will reveal if the land is free from government acquisition. It will also reveal if that is the actual land that you intend to pay for. Another thing the estate surveyor can do for you is to help you measure the size of the land to be 100% sure that you are buying the actual size of the land that the seller wants to sell to you. Because a seller can tell you, okay, I'm selling 500 square meters at so price, and then at the end of the day what they are giving you is 400 square meters. But a surveyor will check the size of the property and let you know if you're buying the actual size. So I have come to the end of today's episode of Real Estate Talk Show with Deca. I hope you learned something new today. I'll be coming next week with another interesting topic on real estate. If you are an investor or you want to invest in real estate in Nigeria, make sure you always stay tuned, because you will definitely learn one or two things about real estate, so that when you want to invest, you will make the best real estate investment decision. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.